else in the line can understand. Card is sideways, revs are up, and 45 plus. It's on.
Here we go.
That's Paymart on the inside. No, he's going to get blocked off.
Oh, man. One rider getting blown out right there.
And Jimmy Jarrett was about 11th place coming around that corner. So looks like he's got his work cut out if he wants to try to.
Yep, because Paymart got to the lead. He just hung to that inside. I think it's Dennis Dooley, by the way, got that whole shot of the 97. Then we had another crash there. Yep. So Greg Paymart doing what he needs to do, getting out front.
And Jarrett's already up to that.
Wow, Jarrett just sliced the dice on that 44.
Call it second by the time he leaves this.
How in the hell? Oh no, but a couple stumbles, and he gives 2 of those spots back. I don't know how Jarrett did it. All right, Stu Baylor, I'm going to assume they got a lot to learn. This track has been groomed heavily. It looks totally different now, and it's been watered.
And also, yeah, that's the next thing that I saw. We've got slick spots. So what I'm seeing right now is going to be really tough because the ruts kind of lead to nothingness. So. And it's tough to navigate. Obviously, these guys are going straight out. They were able to do a sight lap, so they know somewhat of the lines. But a lot of times when you lay fresh dirt over top of a rut, it's still there. You just don't know it until you know it.
you can feel it, but you don't see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that does definitely change the way that a track's going to ride and make it a little bit more difficult on these riders. And did we lose Jimmy Jarrett? I thought
maybe.
Oh man,
it's
my
Gabe.
Woods guy. I'm too competitive. I'm not going to cheer for him anymore.
Yeah.
If he can't win, I'm going for Paymart. I'm a Paymart fan now.
There you go.
Ryder
She just gained a fan.
Gabe Gerardo there on that 12. He is on the move, actually putting some pressure on Paymart for the lead. So Gabriel Gerardo there in the number 12 is second. Jarrett had second place for about 3 feet.
Yeah.
And then another mistake out of the corner. Again, how slick and different this track is after maintenance might have caught him there. And it's Jason Rich on the number 18 coming around in the 3rd place spot.
By the way, grabbing that Stasic hole shot was actually Alan Horn got credited for the Stasic hole shot, the number 17 gas. Todd, how do I say the last name? Richey?
This is another one I think we've been told in the past, and of course I've decided to forget.
I shouldn't have asked. I should have rolled right over it, but nonetheless, he's having a good ride.
That's what I do.
The number 37 Yamaha Dennis Dooley rounding out the 5th place position on the number 97 gas ride when they checked in with 1 lap completed.
Tony Wank is 6th, Alan Horn 7th, Tommy Boyd, Christopher McMillan, and Tony Hodges. So where is the 44 of Jarrett? He's beyond the top 16.
He was about 24th place when I saw him come past the finish, so he is buried back there, obviously a mistake. And I'm seeing a couple caution flags out on the track just sitting from where we are. So the track's definitely made some major changes when they went out and scraped over the rut. So the lines have definitely changed. It made the track a little bit faster and play a little bit differently with the water on it.
Jason Rich on the Kawasaki's gotten up to 2nd. He got around Gerardo, and he was actually challenging Paymart for the lead. Paymart fended him off. Lines were a little better for Paymart after the 10 Commandments. There's Rich in 2nd, number 18. Where was Rich? The first moto, 6th. So a better effort for him early on here. And this is Paymart's chance to get away. And we got the Yamaha man on the move. That's Rachette. He's gotten around Gerardo. So Gerardo had 1 lap of fury there. He almost had the lead. Now he's been pushed back to 4th. Watch this 37 of Rachette. Now he wants 2nd. Oh, I love the way this class works. This is not what you expect from 45 plus, where they've all had good and bad laps early.
Yeah.
Normally they're just 1 speed the whole time. But we've actually seen guys go back and forth. We also always joke about the consistency. When you compare like the 65 7-9 Moto scores to what you get from these guys, here you get like 1-1-1, 2-2-2, 3-3-3, 4-4-4. These guys know what to do. They finish right at their level. They don't ride over their head. They don't blow it. 65 kids are getting like 3rds, 2-12. That was Rachette there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Getting bucked a little bit. Good save.
And while these guys are battling, Paymart is disappearing. Jarrett's back up to 11th.
Wow.
Yeah. Now the gaps in front of him are not that big. For 11th place, he's probably about as close to the leader as you'd ever see someone for that many positions back. But how quickly can he make
passes in a single lap? He was, I want to say, well, I guess 15 passes in that lap, and still the fastest lap that time around. So you see
Wow.
What I've got to see from this side is that is a gap that could possibly be made up. It's really not that far, like you said. And if he's going that much faster while passing that many people, I think that it's definitely very possible. But he will have his work cut out for him.
Can he get to the podium, I'd say, is the goal. As far as getting the Moto win from Paymart, if Paymart keeps it on 2, that's going to be tough. But as our buddy Wes Kane says, you got to be a junk man here.
Yeah.
Got to salvage it and at least try to get into that top 3 for Jimmy Jarrett. Right now it's Jason Rich in second. Todd Rochette is third. Those are the 2 riders you're looking at right now. Gabe, sorry, not Gerardo, but Guardado is fourth, and McMillan 5th. There is Jason Rich in second place with the number 18, coming out of Meridian, Idaho. Jarrett, yeah, that's right. He's an Idaho native as well now. Originally out of Ohio, moved to Idaho, and then started coming back into Loretta's. And he said he's been crushing it the last couple of years, but this is a big one to try to get this title.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully he didn't throw too much away with that first lap. I mean, there's times where in this style of racing, you can make a mistake and somewhat recover, like mid-race, late race.
Okay.
First lap here, it's chaos.
Oh, you lose so many spots.
You do not want to. I mean, if there's one lap that it would be okay to give up a little bit of time to make sure that you do not go down. That's the first lap at Loretta's. Unless you know that you can cut through those guys like a hot knife. And I feel like that might have been what he was trying to do. He was trying to bite off too much, and he knew who was leading at the time. He knows who he has to go through for that championship, and yeah, I'm sure he had his sights on that first place.
Jimmy Jarrett now, clicking them off. Still scooting out there. Turns the fastest lap time after 3 with a 2:07.644. And Jimmy Jarrett, that number 44 KTM, up into the 9 spot now, all over Tommy Boyd and Alan Horn.
You're watching the 12 of Guardado, McMillan battling him into the 10 Commandments. Christopher McMillan, the number 89, coming out of Sturgis, Michigan, not North Dakota. Different Sturgis. Wow, yeah, that corner looks so different, Stu, compared to where it did before.
Yeah, I mean that was one of those corners where I told Dawson earlier, you can make a mistake, you can throw away a race in that turn, be patient. It's crazy. The track's completely different. Another thing, without really putting that water down like they will tonight, the ruts are not going to reform by the end of the day like they did for the rest of the day. Everything's dried up just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't have the moisture to rut up quite as much. So the racetrack's going to be a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. Obviously, this section here that they're coming into is rougher than I think anybody's ever seen it. I mean, the holes on the inside are. They would swallow 50. They might swallow 85s at this point.
Yeah, we'll see. We got 50s at the end of the day.
I was going to say 50s are good.
Yeah,
and
what's
every
gonna
50
happen?
dad out there just goes, oh my God.
Come on. McMillan putting serious heat on Guardado. This is for 4th place. You're watching here on your screen as Paymar continues to pull away from Rich. Big air down to the inside, 45 plus class. Big air don't care. The pass made. Christopher McMillan into 4th.
The old Wiley veterans getting after it.
Does not. Hey, it's Loretta's, man. Uncork it. 7th in Moto 1. And I looking for that KTM of Jarrett. Jarrett, one of the few riders I've seen out here that actually has the new 2023 KTM, or maybe it was a factory edition. Haven't seen many of those bikes yet, but he has one. And just looking for hints of orange back there to see if he can catch these guys.
That's him.
That is him.
So
that is Jarrett.
Right there behind the podium group. So he is chopped away fast, and again the fastest lap on the track. So obviously he's got his work cut out for him. I'd say it's pretty unrealistic to say that he can catch the leader at this point, but I think that second place is definitely within sight.
He just rode right through. No competition there. Just went right on by Guardado. So that's another pass. We're watching Jarrett in the 44. He got Guardado. Can he get McMillan by the end of the 10 Commandments? He's on the inside. Stood up all the way to the entrance of that corner, and just like that, he's made 2 more passes. What a charge for Jimmy Jarrett.
Wow, he backed that 207 up with a 208. And he's going to be right in that ballpark here on lap 5 as well.
I would say that he may even go a little bit faster this lap. I mean, he didn't spend any time. He wasted no time getting through those guys. the difference in lines that he's using on this track. He's opening up the corners. There aren't ruts that you have to aim for, and he's a veteran. He knows what he's doing.
So Jimmy Jarrett in the 44, looking to salvage as many points as possible. He's in 4th now. Can he get to 3rd? Now, there's a pretty big gap to make up, but with the lap times he's turning, the math says that he should be able to do it. Got about 5 seconds to make up, but he's about 2 seconds a lap faster than the riders ahead of it.
And I would say that's more like a 1.5 seconds instead of 5 now. So
already
it just came through. Yeah. So,
Man.
So he'll be. Yep. So you can see just over top. They're coming through the sand section, and the whole podium fight is actually right here below us.
Unbelievable comeback. Greg Paymart, shout out to him though.
Yeah.
He is leading the way.
3rd.
Backed by his own company, which is MKS Moto Kicks. He actually makes his own shoes. Pretty cool stuff. GP MX School, I think that's his riding school. Also Crossroads Power Sports and FXR Racing. That's your leader.
He just turned an 8-second faster lap time than the leader. And
2:02.
That's what I was getting ready to point out.
5 seconds down from the leader. I counted him out. I got to say, the old man, I should know better. I've spent a lot of time with Jimmy, and if there's any person that's going to outlast me, I think it's Jimmy. So that guy is a bull right now. I mean, he's going after it, and he's got the leader in sight in this.
He's got second
right now. There's 2nd place.
He just got Jason Rich. Unbelievable. Jimmy Jarrett, he just pulled out a 2:02. 8 seconds a lap. What? He might get Paymart. He might win this moto.
Say that.
Yeah.
2 laps ago we said he should be able to get up maybe into 2nd, but I think Paymart's going to run away. But no. And 2-lap card, I believe, out, right? Yeah.
We were wondering if he could just salvage a podium. He's already in the 2nd, and he might have a shot. What laps before the 2:02? What was he running? 2:08s?
2:07, 2:08. Yeah.
He found 5 seconds?
I'm telling you what.
I mean, he came through 20 guys to get there. 20
didn't have traffic anymore.
Guys. So no more traffic, clean track, and I mean, the guy is working the track a little bit differently than anybody else, and he's riding some different lines that I feel like everybody else is still riding the track as if there's ruts in it. Jimmy's opening everything up, sweeping around, making sure that he's on a different section of the track.
Example right there.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't even look like there was anything slowing him. Just rode through like it was smooth as glass. And he's got Paymart in his sight. White flags coming out. We're going to have a battle.
He's setting up the pass right here on the inside. Let's see where this goes.
Crisscrossing it. White flag out. Battle for the lead. Paymart almost goes down. And Jarrett a 2:04 that time around. 2:09 for Paymart. Paymart's bouncing around, hitting these bumps hard. Jarrett is super smooth. Here we go, past the billboards. Jarrett's going to shoot to the inside. Here it comes. Paymart, he'll ride defensive as best he can. Now, I feel like without the ruts, you can be a little bit more defensive here. You're not quite locked into a line as much, but Jarrett did through this section do serious damage the last time around. He's aiming to the inside. Has he got the pass? Nothing Paymart can do. Jimmy Jarrett has come from about 20th to the lead.
Goodness.
Wow. I would not have put money on that.
No.
Did you see what he did? That outside under. I mean he's riding the track like it doesn't have ruts. I mean we call that an ISDE line.
Like a grass track.
Yeah, like a grass track. I mean, he's setting up the corners from the outside. He's riding it like it doesn't have ruts. He's crossing over the small ruts that are there, and he's able to find a lot of time with the track as fresh as it is right now.
It's a road racer line. He's apex. Start on the outside, inside, exit on the outside. You can only do that when the track allows you to cross over. A great moto for Paymart, but Jarrett is just next level here. It's one of the best rides we've seen all week.
And you see how he's cutting underneath. Watch him in the sand section. So most guys are going outside or inside in the sand. And what I've noticed is the center. So he's right in the dead middle of it. Has been the smoothest lines. The inside has monster holes. The outside has monster holes. And just riding a little bit different lines.
Paymart trying to keep him honest here right to the end.
Oh, no doubt. Frenchie, you got to be thinking, where the heck did you come from,
I know.
Dude? I thought you were out of this thing.
I didn't see anybody behind me, and all of a sudden he's there. Paymart did ramp it up here in the last lap. Credit to him for digging. But Jimmy Jarrett has put together one of the best rides of the week. He had a bad start. He fought up to second. He fell, fought all the way back to the lead. and he's going to be sitting on 1-1 scores. Here he comes on the 44, left side of your screen. What a comeback! Jimmy Jarrett wins it. That's unbelievable.
That was one of the coolest motos we've had this week. Coming out of the senior 45 plus class. Let's go.
You gotta sit here and do the math. He made 36 passes in one run. He had an 11th place start. Back to second, all the way back to at least when he came by here. I mean, he could have been buried further than that. He was 25th, 26th place around there, and all the way back to the lead in 5 laps.
Yeah, and you know what?
Incredible.
Way back there in 11th, 10th place, he turned that 207, and we said, "Hey, fastest lap time of the day," and he said, "Well, I'm only running that slow because I'm not up there with Frenchie yet." He said, "Hang on, I got a 202.169 coming at you." Impressive ride.
Yeah, he made him 8 seconds in 1 lap at one point when he went from basically 5th to 2nd, and then you knew what was coming next. Paymar tried to step it up there at the end, but Jarrett just on a whole nother level in this one, and now he's got a 1-1.
He had his Woods good luck charm up here.
Yeah, you don't have to feel bad now. You didn't jinx him.
I'm just let down that he didn't bring his bark busters and big tank.
He mentioned last year he had a bike problem. I believe he was sitting on a 1-1 last year and had a bike problem and it got away. So he's on the revenge tour. There is Jimmy Jarrett, and we'll send it down to the podium with Kevin Kelly.
All right, I think we're ready down here on the podium. The number 18 of Jason Rich, if you want to make your way on over here. Come on up here, Jason. I see you. Come on around right here, Jason. Thank you. Put that around your neck. Awesome work. 6-3 Moto scores. Dude, you guys are warriors. How rough is it out there?
It's really rough. Survival of the fittest, and that's Jimmy. We're from the same town. Maybe we should have stayed home and raced, but it's good battling with him.
You got to deal with this guy every weekend, huh?
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Well, that's a better result for you. 6-3 Moto scores. It put you closer to the podium. Was that the goal this week?
Yeah, the first moto, I was dead last start. Passed like 25 guys, so that felt good to get a decent start.
Outstanding. Anybody you want to thank, Jason?
Just my wife for letting me come.
Letting you come. I like it, man. It's a team. It takes a whole team to get it done, huh?
That's right.
Let's hear it for Jason Rich. He's going to be your third place finisher. 6-3 Moto scores. Got the bronze medal. Thanks to wife. You better do that. That's a solid way to keep things on the up and up at the homestead. Gives him the old pat on the butt, Jason Rich. How about it for our second place finisher, Frenchie? Where are you at? Gregory Paymard. There he is. Great hair, always looking fresh. Got a little dip-de-doo in there before he came up here. Did you just style your hair like legit? Come here, get over here. You just fixed that up, didn't you?
Yeah, well, thank you, man. Thank you.
Put it around your head. Don't mess your hair up now. Got to fix it again. Second place, I know, man, that was a great battle right here on the last lap. He got you, but, man, it's got to feel good to get up here in the mix again.
Yeah, definitely, and I know he's going to come for me, but I try to keep a smooth, consistent pace. I know he's going to push at the end as well, and I had pretty much everything I had here, so I'm happy. I had a decent start this time, and, great moto, and it was groomed too, so easier on all guys.
Right, yeah, that was critical for sure. Did you cuss in French or American when he passed you?
It's a mix. It's called Franglish.
Franglish, okay. There you go. I figured as much. Anybody you want to thank, Paymart?
Yeah, all my friends at home with the MKS Moto Kicks racing team. I have a little race support program at home, and I help some local kids. So they're all watching right now, getting my ass handed to me in a 40 plus and being in front of the 45. So it's a lot of fun, you know. GPMX, my motocross school, you know. FXR, you know, Camp Original for the graphics. We have FMF, Scott, Jack of all spray, Lumber 84, Twin Air. That's a Scott. I circle back and I always forget a couple. T-Bolt USA, you know, my buddy Vince in PA. There's Pete Bike stuff. It's big. All the friends up in District 6, you know, in my club at Pagoda Motorcycle Club. So thanks, you guys.
I think with each of our accents, we're both struggling at understanding each other. I have no idea what you said. You don't know what I'm saying.
Well, we just say something back, and it flows. That's all that matters.
There you go. Gregory Paymart, ladies and gentlemen. He is second place again, 2-2 for him. Great work, Gregory. And now we will bring up the first place finisher. He is here, Jimmy Jarrett. And Jimmy, you want to hand that to your daughter. There you go. You put that around your neck. You earned that too, man. You had to come up here. Your dad made you come up here. It won't fit around your neck. Are you guys in school yet?
No, she's still on summer break, so we're spending a couple weeks down here.
Awesome. What a great way to finish it. Tell me about your moto, man. I saw the pass. It was really fun to watch you just pick these guys off late in the moto.
Well, I got a good start. I was probably 5th, 6th or something, and after the 10 Commandments, one of the right-hand turns back there, I just laid it over, and I was just like a bowling ball back there, just getting punted everywhere. And by the time I got up, my goggles were off my head and everything. I threw those back on and took off, and you know, I knew this one was going to be hard because I knew Greg was right in front of me before I went down, so didn't know if I was going to catch him or not, but we just kept the head down and kept pushing.
Just about a lap to go. You got him. Anybody you want to thank?
Definitely Carl Cycles, Dunlop Tires, Insidious, Fly Racing, Pro Circuit, you know, Chirby, CD, all those guys 100% that always support me throughout the years. My mechanic, Derek, and my little girl here, Brinley.
Hey, are you having fun? What have you done? Have you done anything cool? You been down at the creek?
No.
You didn't go to the creek yet? What about ice cream? Have you had ice cream?
No.
We haven't had ice cream yet. Maybe we'll get ice cream now.
All right, he won, so he has to buy you ice cream. Does that work? Okay, good deal. Jimmy Jarrett, ladies and gentlemen, he brought the daughter down there with him. They're having a good time. Congratulations, Jimmy. We'll bring up our Whole Shot Award winner, Alan Horn, if you want to come up here and grab this Stasic Whole Shot Award. We'll check in with Alan. He can tell us all about how to get a whole shot. Alan, what's the tip? What's the hot setup? How do you tell? Let's tell these guys on the line, how do they get a whole shot?
Just hold the gas wide open and hope for the best, man.
Pray, fingers crossed, right?
Yep.
Anybody you want to thank, Alan?
Yep. First of all, I'd like to thank the good Lord Jesus Christ for keeping us safe out there. He blesses us to be able to do this day in and day out, and we thank him for it. I'm just happy to be here, man, and just a working dude trying to hang with these guys. I didn't quite have the pace, but at least I got in the top 10. I'm happy.
Top 10, whole shot. There you go, my man. Alan Horn, ladies and gentlemen.